Welcome guys to my Game Week 6 team selection. In this video we're going to do a quick run through of how my team fared in Game Week 5 and then look forward to how my team is shaping up ahead of the deadline this Saturday. This video is proudly brought to you by myself, FPL.CARNAGE, in association with GW6. Now, my team going into Game Week 5, I'm at a total point of 64 points rather. I had Flecken in goal. They went away to Tottenham Hotspurs. He got 3 points. I didn't really expect much from him. I was really banking on save points from him anyways. I think he managed to get about 6 saves or something. He conceded 3 goals, brought back 3 points. Faiz of Leicester City hosted Everton, or rather went away to Everton, conceded a goal, but managed to bring back 2 points. Robertson, 6 points. The game against Bournemouth, I feel like he, I really wanted him to return, and he has a really decent record against Bournemouth, so I was actually expecting something, but a clean sheet was enough from him. Van der Ven, I'm actually beginning to, I've put him on my watch list for one of the people in my team that I may potentially remove because he just can't seem not to collect the yellow card. He can't stay off the referee's books. But yeah, 1 point from Van der Ven. Saka got an assist against Man City, had to be taken up at halftime. We didn't really hear much from Arteta in the press conferences to why Saka was taken off, but we know that it's not like due to any injury or so. 4 points from him. Rogers finally with 2 assists, returning 10 points with 3 bonus points for us. His first, official assist, official return of the season. Smith Rowe with a goal and a win for Fulham against Newcastle over the weekend. 8 points from him. Palmer, a fantastic goal against West Ham. The third goal for them. 8 points from him. Mohamed Salah, a goal against Bournemouth. My captain brought back 12 points. Haaland with a goal against Arsenal brought back 9 points, and Pedro 1 point out from the bench. So in total, that's 64 points. A minor green arrow. But yeah, in all, a really, really great, point return in my opinion anyways. So looking forward to game week 6. Now, currently this is what my game week 6 team looks like. I really haven't taken into consideration if I'm going to be, making any major transfer. I know that I will want to potentially have Arsenal assets, or rather Arsenal defensive assets in my team. Um, so I think I'm going to be going with one of the defenders, either of Saliba or Gabriel, because as we know, Raya picked up an injury and Arteta, as usual, didn't really give us much to go on from his press conferences. But I do feel like he's not going to get he may not start the game against Leicester this weekend. So I think I'll be looking to bring in one of Gabriel or Saliba. I have 2 free transfers, by the way. So basically, I have Flecken in goal. He's hosting West Ham this weekend. It's usually a low scoring game, usually 1-1, 1-0. Um, I think Brentford will concede. At the end of the day, I'm just hoping that they do not, or he can, rack up the save points and get something out of the game. Robinson going away to Nottingham Forest. Forest have been really great this season. They've scored first in all 5 games they've played this season. Um, I don't know that Fulham are going to keep a clean sheet, to be very honest. I'm just hoping for a potential attacking return. I don't think Fulham have kept a clean sheet this season. They've come close a few times, but they haven't just managed to get that clean sheet yet. But yeah, hoping for a potential attacking return from Robinson. Currently I have Robertson going away to Wolves. He may be the one I maybe look to move on from if I'm going to get an Arsenal defender, probably Gabriel or Saliba. But right now he's fixed in my team. Going away to Wolves. Wolves have been quite shaky. There was news that there's a flu going around in their camp, so they may have to use some academy players in their defense, which doesn't really sound great for them, despite the fact that they're at home. We could see Liverpool run riots at the Molineux this weekend. So it does give me it gives me something to think about whether I should just, take the risk and not have an Arsenal defender this week and then just look forward to getting them for their game against Southampton. But yeah, I'll make the decision before the deadline. I have Van de Ven, going away to Manchester United. Mostly always a high scoring game anyways. I don't see him keeping a clean sheet. I don't see Tottenham keeping a clean sheet. Um, I just hope for a potential attacking return from one of their set pieces or maybe a potential assist, from a long pass or something. Maybe one of the attackers can capitalize on that. Faiz, my fourth defender, hosting Arsenal. At this point, I'm just really hoping that they don't concede a lot. Although I know that Arsenal's attacking potential has been stunted by Odegaard's absence, but I still do know that Leicester are going to concede. Um, so yeah, I'm just going to leave him there as my fourth defender. Saka against Leicester. We all know Saka has assisted in all his first 5 games he has played for the season. This season so far. He has a really, really great home record as well. And I think he's going to be a strong potential captain pick this game week. I do think if you have him, he's really great captain shouts compared to the likes of Salah and Haaland. They also have decent games, but both playing away from home. So Saka is actually a really great choice if you're looking elsewhere for captaincy. Rogers against Ipswich, hoping that he can keep up the form that he has started to build from his, last return in the last game, Smith Rowe against Nottingham Forest. He's really impressed me. 2 goals and an assist in his first 5 games for Fulham. Not so nailed on minutes, but he has been really great for them. Really, really good attacking threats. Gets in the box. Decent, shots and attacking potential when he plays. So he's going to be my third midfielder. We have Palmer. We have Salah. Palmer hosting Brighton and Salah going away to Wolverhampton. Brighton have looked, revamped side since the beginning of the season. I don't think they've lost any game so far. Um, they came from behind to secure a 2-2 draw, although they were leading, but they lost their lead towards the dying minutes of the game. I do think Chelsea will win this game. I'm just not really, really convinced about Palmer just because Maresca, which is Chelsea's coach, seems to be taking him off once he gets to the 65, 70 minutes mark, meaning that he's not so nailed on minutes anymore. And we haven't seen Chelsea get like any penalties anyway this season. But Palmer is really, really great. He has a really fantastic record at home for Chelsea as well. And like I always say, Palmer hasn't blanked in back-to-back games so far since he became like an official, like a proper FPL asset. So he's going to be my fourth midfielder. Salah has a good record against Wolves. I've seen a lot of people selling and dropping him off like on their wildcards, but I do think this may be the week where he potentially rewards people that actually hold on or held on to him on their wildcards. Then up top, I have Erling Haaland. We didn't see him play the midweek fixture against Watford. He took leave due to the death of his friend. So I think he's going to be fresh and firing for the game against Newcastle. It's going to be an away game. We all know how the Newcastle and City game is anytime they meet at St. James Park. Haaland has a slightly decent record against them. I think he has scored about 4 goals in the last 6 meetings against them, or 3 goals and an assist in the last 6 meetings against them. It can be, a high scoring clash at times, and Newcastle's defense have looked quite shaky actually. So I think Haaland will be able to explore those spaces in behind that defense. I do see him getting decent amount of attacking returns in that game. So Haaland is potentially going to be my captain this week. My vice captain is going to be on Saka. On my bench, I have Turner, Nedeljkovic of Aston Villa, João Pedro, and Uyojo of Nottingham Forest. For now, I am looking at a potential move away from João Pedro because of his injury. Um, I'm thinking of Edward Nielsen of Bournemouth, the recently acquired striker from Porto. Um, I feel like he will start scoring sooner rather than later. And I also believe he may be the one on penalty duties for Bournemouth. And he's 5.5, so it's an easy switch for me from João Pedro to him. So it only makes sense. He may be my second transfer going into the deadline. I haven't quite made up my mind yet. But if I go with him, then I would be definitely benching Faiz. But if I decide to stick with Faiz, then I would just roll my other transfer and leave João Pedro on my bench. But yeah, captain on Erling Haaland, vice captain on Saka. So this is what my team is looking like ahead of the Game Week 6 deadline this Saturday. I've also seen a few, I feel like Mbuemo, Antoine Semenyo are going to be one of the popular, most transferred in players. Mostly people on wildcard, people that have their two free transfers, three free transfers. I do believe players like Evan Nielsen can actually make, you know, their first proper start to their FPL or rather Premier League career um, come this week. They have a really great fixture, Bournemouth versus Southampton, a really, really leaky Southampton side for that. So yeah, if you don't have the funds for Semenyo, I do, and you have João Pedro, I do recommend Evan Nielsen as an option in attack if you're looking to move away from João Pedro. But I'm not such a fan of the moving away from Palmer or from Salah because they have great fixtures, whether it's home or it's away, and they have high potential to return in these fixtures. Not saying that Mbuemo is not a great pick or Semenyo isn't a great pick. So if you're looking for like a 1 week punch, Semenyo is great. But if you have players that combine well with him to, move past some of the tougher fixtures that they're gonna have after the Southampton and the second easy game that they have, then by all means. So this is what my team looks like going into Game Week 6 deadline. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, if you're new around here, please subscribe, like, leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'll do well to get back to them as quickly as possible. Once again, this video is brought to you by myself, FPL Carnage, in association with GW6.